Let me set the stage. We're living in wildly disruptive times. AI is powerful and unstoppable, but it's also unfair, and we're making it fair with Prorata. We feel that creators and consumers both deserve protection because right now, AI algorithms are just shoplifting everyone's content. And when that content is used in a search result, there's no attribution to whoever owns it, there's no credit, there's no revenue share. And we feel just like all other media types, like music on Spotify, like videos on YouTube, like news on Apple News, the revenue should be shared pro rata. So we came up with an algorithm to take a look at the output of large language models and generative AI and figure out how much contribution was given from each piece of content and on an actual percentage basis. And then we share revenue pro rata that way. And we think this is revolutionary for publishing.
So Bill, are you saying that some of the big language models that we know now cannot simply just rip off the articles that have been posted? You are knowing exactly who's taking that content now, thanks to the algorithm.
Exactly. Right now, take Spotify, for example. If you listen to a stream of music, you can count that stream. But in generative AI, when you look at the output and answer, it's not obvious exactly where it came from. But we've developed the algorithm, actually using AI, to figure out what components made up that answer. And once you have that, then you can share revenue fairly with the people who create content. And that's why so many people are joining us, just as you said. Today, we have 10 new partners in the UK, but in the US, we have a number of partners who've joined us too, Universal Music Group and The Atlantic and Time Magazine and Fortune and others. We really want to make a movement of all content creators to participate in a fair revenue share of this new generative AI revolution.
Did you say a movement or a union, Bill? Because it sounds like a union to me for fair price for my labour, so to speak. And it is our labour, because obviously we're associated with Sky as well. But my point being is, who's going to pay? It's great that you've developed the algorithm, and it's great that it's going to be fair, and it's great that there's a movement. Who's going to pay us, Sky, or the others?
The three places that the revenue comes from are either from subscriptions, or from microtransactions, or from advertising. And all of the services are making tons of money, like Google's making tons of money from advertising, for example. It's just that I feel half of that revenue should go out to the people who made the content that shows up in the answers. So the money is there. It just isn't currently being shared with the people who created the content. And that's what I want to change. So we're on a mission to change that.
Let me go down the road. Hi, is that Elon? It's Bill here. Hi, Bill, how are you? Yeah, I need some money from you because you're nicking off all our stuff. It's on Twitter, we can see it all there. You're going to pay. What's Elon going to say to you, Bill?
Well, here's the way we're going to get everybody to pay eventually. First, we're going to gather many, many great content providers who all say this is the way it should fairly be done. Second, there's a lot of legal movement. There's a lot of lawsuits going on right now, like the New York Times is suing OpenAI for $1 billion, and News Corp is suing Perplexity and others. So those lawsuits will settle out too. But the real way that they'll come around is quality. As the quality goes down of their results, as they don't have access to the good content, and the quality goes up from the places from people who are paying, that will push the big companies to participate. Because in the end, the consumer who's using the search demands good quality. And that's really what's going to win out in the end.